who are at the podium. Today I'm going to speak on the resident's voice, that is refining surgical skills. I won't take much of your time, Dr. Sanjay. No matter how talented you are, your talent will fail if you're not skilled. Skill is achieved through practice. Work hard and dedicate yourself to being better every single day. So with this, every great achiever is inspired by a great mentor. The path of learning ocular surgery is long and challenging. The true success requires years of dedication. During the years of residency and fellowship training, basic surgical needs are required. Learning curve is the steepest and there is a frustration barrier that must be overcome by every resident or fellow. So the excellence in surgical education was founded on a model of gradually giving surgical residents increasing levels of responsibility with patient care as they approach graduation to preparation for independent practice. And there are mounting concerns regarding the lack of preparedness of graduates for independent practice due to lack of autonomy in training. The vast majority of residents and faculty also believe that autonomy improves residents' self-confidence and patient ownership. Hence, the agreement between the residents, the faculty, and hospital administration that residents require training in order to graduate as competent practitioners is an important factor. Multiple factors have implicated as reasons for loss of autonomy, and one of the most important is public opinion. The public may not require or may not, agree on an operation done by a resident rather than a senior surgeon. So, in most of the residency programs, surgical skills training is challenging because of multiple factors. The residency training is a team effort.
Sorry for interruption. Other people are getting very restless. So, if something very relevant,
yes, I'm coming. So, the surgical training for residents definitely is a must, and there is a lack of quality of supervision. So the three challenges that are there, which are the three components, the administrator, the teacher, and the resident. So coming to the administrator, there is lack of space, lack of interested supervisors, and surgical states suitable for trainings. Coming to the teachers, they have to have a good patient selection for them, and the operation time management. And whereas coming to residents, they should be evaluating their patients properly and utilizing the time for the learning surgical skills. So with this, to conclude, there is a great need for improving surgical training during residency program. With proper utilization of the current resources, one can expect improvement in achieving training objectives, and coordination among the three components of training is crucial to have a successful mission. Thank you for your patient hearing, and thank you for making you wait.